George Michael's lover Fadi Fawaz didn't attend the singer's wake, a security guard saying he wasn't on the list. But his boyfriend Fadi Fawaz did not attend the singer's wake, with a security guard saying he wasn't on the list. Fadi was the last to arrive at the funeral, where he joined George's closest friends and family, including Wham! Bandmate Andrew Ridgeley. There had been rumors he was banned from attending. Earlier in the day, Fadi claimed to know nothing about the funeral when he was asked outside his home, adding to the confusion. Amid rumored tension with George's family, Fadi recently said he was being kept in the dark about the ceremony. But he arrived in an official car which was known to security staff at the entrance to the cemetery. Wham's backing singers Pepsi DeMac and Shirley Holliman, as well as Spandau Ballet star Martin Kemp, also attended the small funeral at Highgate Cemetery, North London. It is understood George was buried next to his beloved mum Leslie in a family plot. George's body was already inside the chapel of rest when the invited guests started to arrive in chauffeur-driven limousines shortly before 2 p.m. After an hour-long service, the coffin was taken in a hearse to the grave where the singer was laid to rest. Mourners left the cemetery at around 4 p.m. and headed to George's home in Highgate for the wake hosted by his sister Melanie Pena-Yodu. But hairdresser Fadi, 43, instead went back to George's house near Regent's Park, central London, where he has been living since finding the 53-year-old pop star dead on Christmas Day. George's former boyfriend Kenny Goss went to the funeral and the wake. Fadi had previously been left furious by reports Kenny and George rekindled their friendship shortly before his death. Supermodel Kate Moss attended the wake, though she had not been at the funeral. A statement from George's spokesman said, "Family and close friends gathered for the small, private ceremony to say goodbye to their beloved son, brother, and friend. George Michael's family would like to thank his fans across the world for their many messages of love and support. The only access the public gets to the family plot in the West Cemetery at Highgate is by taking a £12 guided tour. This is intended to reduce the chances of the grave being turned into a shrine by his many fans." George's final wish was to be buried next to mum Leslie. In his 1990 book, Bear, he said, "There are things about my mum that I only realized later, things that make me really admire her. If there's anything that I have got from her, it's that she's like a rock. I've got that stability from her." George once described getting the singing bug at the age of 7, partly inspired by his musical mother. "Mum had given me a tape recorder as a present," he said in 1985. "As I got older, Dad was against the idea, but Mum began to realize that I might have something and started to sympathize with me." His mum encouraged him to follow his dreams but was also determined to ensure that he had an education to fall back on. George was devastated when she died of cancer in 1997. He played a free gig for NHS nurses at the Roundhouse, in northwest London, to thank them for their care. He told the crowd, "Tonight is all about my mother. This room is full of heroes. Society calls what you do a vocation, and that means you don't effing get paid properly. This evening is me saying thank you to you." George sank into despair without Leslie. "I struggled with huge depression after my mother died," he revealed. "In terms of coming close to saying I don't want to live, that would have been after my mum died. I so loved my mum, and respected her. I swear to God, it was like I had a curse on me. I couldn't believe